These are my thoughts and key takeaways from Kyle Dubas' first presser as the Penguins president of hockey operations. My first takeaway from the press conference is we still don't have a clear view of what his role is. When asked about his title of president of hockey operations and hiring a GM, he kind of danced around the answer and said, well, I'm going to fill the GM role till July, and then maybe if I meet someone with attributes that I don't have and we find the right person for the role, blah, 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 blah. What it sounds like is his title is because he is the new GM, but he has more power in the GM. We know Fenway kind of wanted to distance themselves from the hockey portion of everything, so I feel like Kyle Dubas is going to fill the role of GM and hockey president, so he's a GM with more power. That's my takeaway. Takeaway number 2, Fenway Sports Group was on it. It's clear from the presser they wanted him all along. They knew he was the guy. They were the first phone call into Kyle Dubas when he was let go, and they were just very passionate in selling him on Pittsburgh. I don't think we have to worry on Fenway. You know, there was a lot of talks about Fenway in previous years, how involved they were, but through this process, I feel much more comfortable with Fenway as being the owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Takeaway number 3 from the press conference, Tristan Jarry is done in Pittsburgh. He didn't come out and say it, but if you read between the lines about him talking about Jarry and evaluation and this and that, I don't think Jarry has a future with the Penguins. Is there potential for him to maybe be a backup here? Yes, but I think that would create a weird locker room dynamic, putting him in that role. So I would say Jarry is all but done in Pittsburgh. Takeaway 4 from Kyle Dubas' presser, and he is the complete opposite of Ron Hextall. Hextall was very quiet, reserved, not only to the public, but behind the scenes from what we've heard by all accounts. He shared his plans with nobody. He didn't say anything. He barely communicated with the staff and the team and the coaches. Kyle Dubas seems like the complete opposite. He's very open. Not only did we learn everything about his hockey and his passion came through in his press conference, we learned all about his family. We learned about everything. So he's very open. It seems like he wears his heart on his sleeve, and I think this personality is going to work very well in the city of Pittsburgh and our sports fans. My last takeaway from the Kyle Dubas press conference is he has a very high hockey IQ. He has only been here a short time, and didn't discuss it much, but when he briefly talked about contracts, evaluating talent, he talked about goaltending, defense, evaluating the bottom 6 in Pittsburgh, how to best complement what we're going to do moving forward. He didn't talk about a lot, but what he did talk about, you could see his brain's already working. You could see he has a very good handle on not only how to compete in the NHL, but the Penguins as a team. Even though he's been here very briefly, you get the sense that he knows the team and how they're working and what needs to be fixed right away, which is a good sign because we never got that with Ron Hextall. Like I said, you never knew what he was thinking, and I don't think he knew what he was thinking because he never did fix any of their issues. But I get the complete opposite vibe from Kyle Dubas. I think he's got a very high hockey IQ. I think he knows what to do to fix the team, and I think he's going to get started on it right away. So guys, that's my key takeaway from the Kyle Dubas press conference in Pittsburgh. I think it's a very good hire. Still confused about the role, but like I said, I think he's basically a GM with more power and more oversight than a normal GM. So he's basically running the show here. And let me know what you guys think about the hire and what you think moving forward. We'll see what he does at the draft. Let's go Pens.